cutting-edge consciousness, thought-provoking discussions, and bold ideas from the edge of possibility.
Welcome back. This is Barnett. I'm here with Freeman. And we just want to remind you that this broadcast and podcast is made possible with support from Hierophant Publishing and our friends at Insight Events USA, producers of books and events for body, mind, and spirit.
Lots of spirit right now.
We are very spirited.
She's awesome.
She is awesome.
Gosh, what a gift.
Awesome. And I thank her for being with us and introducing me to
She nudged you. She nudged
nudge
you out into the light.
She did.
You can't hide anymore.
Is that funny? I mean,
awesome.
It's the ecstatic explosion of coincidence, of synchronicity. Because as Freeman mentioned, prior to the show, we were sitting in a coffee shop. We used to meet for years in the coffee shop. And
we used to meet for lunch because we taped at a different time.
We met for lunch. Originally, we met for lunch. Then we started to meet before, and we would talk about what we were going to do in the show. Now we meet before, and we never get around to talking about what we're going to do in the show. It's just
we realize the show is just an extension of whatever's going on in our lives. So if we talk about our lives, we're in.
It's spontaneous.
It's really just about connecting.
It's spontaneous. But so there we were this morning, and we were talking about exactly this thing. We were specifically talking about things like the realm of Fae, which is another way of speaking about the fairy realm. You know, what is that? And nature spirits, and what is that? And my reticence to
outing yourself
to really talk about these things on air.
Yeah.
Because I still think
because your dad still says, "Kid, facts are facts,"
and
that's still ringing in the back of your head.
Facts are
I mean, that's the truth. Look,
that is the truth.
My deeper knowing and my deeper purpose. It's interesting how many sort of obstructions kind of came with the dance, right? We didn't, so there's always this authenticity that wants to come out or be expressed through me, and my resistance. I realize now, this is my big aha. Just comes along like it's all part of me. You know, it's interesting because we can even track back to the audience that I'm speaking to. Let's say it's business, and how my first thought is, no, I wouldn't be doing that. Only to realize, oh my God, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
All those challenges that were like, it's a horrible challenge. Then we go, oh, it's so brilliant. Like that's exactly what I needed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So congratulations, yes. Barnett.
Thank you. Yeah, we come with these interruptions.
Yeah.
Constant interruptions every single time, with every feeling of tightness or of unease, or that maybe there's no energy moving through my chest, or sometimes I completely cease to breathe, or I breathe very shallow breath. And with every sensation, maybe is a better word than feelings, with every sensation and with every thought that is oppositional or that is not contributive to hope and to the idea that I have, the dream that I have about myself. Everyone that is oppositional to that or is not directly contributing to that. Sometimes it's absolutely really antagonistic. Rocks are hard and water is wet, Facts are facts. Or you can't do this, or why should you be doing this, or this will never work out. And every single one of those things is an interruption to my flow, to my birthright. And I'm discovering that they all have a flavor. They all have a flavor. After 61 years, I finally, it's not vanilla, I promise you. They all have a flavor. And that flavor has shown up in my life as kind of the race course. I go round and round the same track. The situations often look different, but underneath the issues are always the same.
Mm-hmm.
And they always come out of the same kinds of interruptions. And they are always the product of how I was raised. And also lots of it is pre-birth.
And part of it, my sense is the gift we have to give. Look, from my perspective, the obstacles fit. There's no single obstacle I've ever faced that when I call them top of the mountain moments. I think you've heard me say this, that it always happens in nature, usually on a hike. And there's always this metaphorically, but sometimes literally cresting, if you will. I'm in the, oh gosh, there's another hill, or oh gosh, I'm in the forest. And then all of a sudden, boom, it opens up and I can see the whole thing, right? And I have them. I have someone call them perfect moments.
Peak moments.
Yeah, perfect moments, peak moments. And I see the whole thing. I'm like, oh my gosh. And all those challenges fit perfectly, So
well, they do fit perfectly because that's our programming.
Well, and
so if we have an alphabet, and we discover there are no words that we're going to discover that aren't comprised and composed of the alphabet.
Right.
But when we suddenly discover, well, the alphabet itself is limiting. Is there experience beyond the alphabet? And where did that alphabet? Where did I inherit that alphabet?
It's interesting where you're going, because that's actually not what I was talking about. But it's okay. What I was talking about is just, okay, look, this is just exactly what I'm working on. Is I'm really working on being more at ease with the challenges that come up, and really kind of looking at them and going, what's here for me?
Yeah.
Because it's the Buddhist saying that pain's part of life, but suffering's optional. Suffering is this idea that it oughtn't to be happening, right?
Well, that's true, but the Buddhists, I don't know whether they meant this or they didn't mean this. I'm not a Buddhist scholar. I'm interested in being okay with the challenges, as you say, but I'm also interested in why the challenges are always the same.
Yeah.
So why am I going around this track again and again? Why is it always the same handful of challenges? Even Crayola makes 164 pack. So why am I working with an 8-pack of Crayola? So the challenges are, why do I have recurrent challenges?
You got 64 colors by now, Barnett. Come on.
So why are the challenges always financial challenges or health challenges, or some people relationship challenges or weight challenges? And we all have all kinds of talk therapy and all sorts of experiences in every workshop in the planet. But eventually there comes a point where we realize, I want to learn how to be at ease and resilient around my challenges. And I want to learn, well, why do I always have the same challenges? Why is it always the same alphabet? It's always the same color. Where did I get programmed with this?
Yeah.
Where did I get programmed with this as even my ideas about my responses to life? Where did these come from? Where did they get laid in? Yeah. And how did they get laid in? They didn't get laid in through a training. They didn't get laid in because I took a course, or somebody sat me down and put me through 13 years of lower school, middle school, and higher school, although they became reinforced there.
Totally.
But there is some cocktail of energy, some martini of biochemistry that even in the womb, when my bloodstream and my mom's bloodstream were one.
Totally.
So how much of my patterned emotions and thoughts are even mine?
Well,
I don't know. So I have no answers.
Yeah, this is good because we're going to come to the end of the show. So we're going to end with a big, I don't know.
But by the next week, Freeman is going to know.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm counting on you, buddy.
We call it the sacred I don't know.
Yeah,
look, there's a big part of life, which is a giant question mark, which is the good news. And so I think it's always gracious to we like to wrap things up into happy endings. And sometimes that's annoying. I like when a movie ends, and I've watched a few lately preparing for the Oscars.
Anything good?
Yeah. Birdman.
Oh, Birdman's good.
Great movie. Because you leave scratching your head. It's like, well, that wasn't an ending. Wait a minute now. And I love that. So that's our ending for today. So thanks for listening, and we invite you
One word for the ending of the day.
We don't know.
Thank you.
We invite you to tune in next week. Thanks for listening.
Time.